What's happening? This is Joshua Boetsi and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Okay, so Tommy Fury versus Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor, one professional fight, one loss. Yeah, he never won it. Tommy Fury, 6-0, 6 wins, 4 by knockout. Now, I've given Tommy a pass on his first 6 fights because I'm realistic. I understand when you turn professional, you do need gimme fights, okay? You do need extreme journeymen, all that kind of thing. And I know a lot of people have been very critical about his choice of opponents and all that kind of stuff. For me, it never really bothered me, okay? And I understood the learning process. I understood it. But him taking on this guy who's only had one boxing match before and lost it, and you don't stop him? That's an issue. I'm sorry, that is an issue. Now, Tommy Fury, is he a light heavyweight or is he cruiserweight now? For quite some time, him and his dad have been talking about how he's going to be the future of the light heavyweight division. His last couple of fights, he hasn't made the light heavyweight limit. He's been fighting a cruiserweight. So is he going to be a cruiserweight going forward? Don't know. Now, as I said, I've been giving him a pass for quite some time, but on this one, I can't give him a pass. You don't go to points with a guy who is not a boxer. He's not a boxer. I'm sorry, but he's not. He doesn't have no amateur background. He doesn't have anything like that. Boxing is not his sport. Mixed martial arts was his sport. This guy has been sparring Jake Paul in the build-up to this one. And Tommy Fury beats him on points. Don't get me wrong. He won comfortably on points. Taylor landed, 2 shots the entire fight, if that. So, okay, cool. We have to give Tommy credit for winning that one. But you are the bigger guy. I mean, what is Tommy? What is he, 6 foot tall? And this Taylor guy, what was he, 5'4", 5'5"? Absolutely nothing boxing experience. Whereas apparently Tommy, he's been growing up fighting. Of course, he's been alongside his brother Tyson and all this kind of stuff. He should have just walked him down. What was he afraid of? It was a poor performance. Now, how do you thought a semi-decent guy, maybe an English level guy, okay, cool, we can give him a pass. But not against this guy. And I know the Fury fanatics, oh, come on, he's only 22 years old. Oh, come on, it's not his fault. You know, this was his US debut and blah, blah, blah. Absolute rubbish. Stop protecting him. Okay, I've been doing it for quite some time, all right? But this is ridiculous. Let's not make it about your fanaticism for Tyson just because he's his brother. We have to call it how we see it. That was a poor performance. Poor because he couldn't get him out of there. Imagine Tommy Fury in with some of the light heavyweights at domestic level. Imagine him versus Anthony Yarde. What would happen? He'd get destroyed. What happened with him against Lyndon Arthur? Callum Johnson, let's not even go there. Dan Aziz would tear him apart. Lawrence Osaweki would just outbox him. And the list can go on. Never mind at cruiserweight. What about Chris Benham-Smith getting hold of him? What about Lawrence Okolie getting hold of him? What about Luke Watkins? What about all these guys? Tommy Fury, I'm sorry, man, but of what we're seeing so far, you ain't going nowhere in boxing. He's not going anywhere in boxing. This whole thing was about him fighting Jake Paul at some point. Why? Because he's got a Love Island connection and he's a brother of Tyson. That's the only reason why. He's not cut from the same cloth as Tyson. He's not. And I know John don't want to hear that, and I like John. I like Tommy too, but I have to call it how I see it. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible. If you can't beat a guy like this and stop him, you've got issues. You've got serious issues. Bear in mind, Tommy, 6 wins before this, 4 knockout. How bad were those opponents that he knocked out? How bad were they in comparison, really? Don't get me wrong, I know Taylor's got some fighting background, but it ain't boxing. Not even close to it. We keep hearing about the 2 totally different sports and yada, yada, yada. Okay, cool. He should have knocked him out. He should have knocked him out. And he had the sheer nerve, the audacity at the end there to call out Jake Paul and call him a bum. Sorry, Tommy, but you've just went the distance with a legitimate full-time bum. So what does that make you? It makes you part bum too, does it not? I've got no interest in seeing Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. None whatsoever. I'm almost sick of hearing about it. In the whole build-up, everything was Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul. It's all about celebrity boxing. That's all Tommy is now. He's a celebrity boxer. He's the brother of Tyson Fury. He's a guy who went on Love Island once. That's what he is. John will know. Believe me, John will know. And behind closed doors, I bet he tells him that if you get this Jake Paul fight, cool. But as far as the professional ring goes, I think you're done. Unless you can give 110% and lock yourself away for the next year just doing boxing. Because right now, it ain't going nowhere. There's no future for Tommy Fury in boxing right now. None whatsoever. I'm telling you, none whatsoever. Should have knocked him out. Should have dominated him. Should have manhandled him. But he won it on the jab, really. What was he afraid of? Anyway, I've had enough of talking about this one. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.